Hello Cancer, welcome to your reading for mid-February. The neighborhood dog is incredibly chatty today, you will have to excuse him. Now this is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. Please make sure you check all your placements to get a clear picture of what's going on for you at this time. As always, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate for all of you. Please take the bits that do resonate and leave the rest behind for somebody else. Alright, a little bit of an energy exchange will be appreciated. Whatever you can do to add your energy to the collective pool, whether it is by liking, subscribing, sharing, commenting, whatever it is that you can do to connect with this video will really help me tap into the collective consciousness and it will help me read for you guys better. Okay, I promise you it's a thing. Alright, let's see what we have in the recent past, Cancer. Practice gratitude. Okay, wow, this is incredible. Last quarter moon in Sagittarius. Now, I'm a Cancer sun, all right? So I'm technically reading for myself as well. I found this gratitude journal. It's like a 5-year gratitude journal that I bought for myself a couple of years ago. Sorry for shaking the camera. Goodness me. And I went through my previous notes that I had written. And what that did was, it made me even more grateful for what I already have, right? I just want to make sure I straighten this out first. There we go. And I started journaling again. I started practicing that gratitude again. We have the 5 of Swords, strategy and resilience. I love how positive these cards are, regardless of the traditional meaning that they represent. But let's see. The 6 of Swords, beautiful. Look at that progression. I absolutely love it. From the 5 to the 6 of Swords, I feel like you escaped. You escaped a mentality of winning at all costs. Okay? This is taking the longer and the harder path, but the right path, instead of trying to look for a shortcut to achieve something. It's almost like you left behind any kind of self-sabotaging energy. And we have the Lovers at the bottom, with the Knight of Pentacles and the 10 of Pentacles. Cancer. I feel like you realized that what it is that you were receiving in love was the bare minimum. While you were grateful for it, while you stayed optimistic about the potential of this, you very quickly realized that it wasn't what you were looking for. So you made this transition. You walked away because something triggered some kind of insight. At one point, you were resilient. And you were resilient because this was a soul connection. There was a sentimentality here. Hermit, Virgo energy, 8 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles. You were willing to put work in this because there was sentimentality and nostalgia involved, not just from this lifetime, but previous lifetimes. For some of you, you're going to hate me for this, but you were living on crumbs. You were not getting what you deserved. But being the kind soul that you are, you still practice gratitude. I'm happy for what I'm getting. It wasn't enough. It was a half-hearted love. Thankfully, it's in the past. What is in the present moment? Exactly. By the book, number 11. Could be seeing 1111 a lot. I know I am. But with by the book, this is almost creating a rule book for yourself, not really complying to social constructs, not complying to the traditional idea that society has of a relationship, creating your own handbook, your own guidebook, your own rule book. This is my idea of love and I am going to stick to it. This is almost wanting, knowing what your happily ever after is and following your own rules to get there, no matter what anyone else says. For some of you, your idea of a perfectly, happily ever after is not a nuclear family. It is not a mother, father, and a child, or a mother, mother, and a child, or a father, father, and a child. It could be anything, right? It could be you being single, traveling the world. Maybe that is your idea of a happily ever after. Whatever it is, you're very unapologetic about it. Okay, this went flying out. Transformation. That is the death card, Scorpio energy. Transition and liberation. You are liberating yourself. You are liberating yourself from a box. That Saturnian box that we see in the devil card that keeps us chained to what we think about, what we think it is that we need. There's almost a shift in definition about what it is that you truly desire. I've been saying that word desire so much because I've been watching Lucifer on Netflix again. And that show, somehow, it is so metaphysically accurate, it blows my mind. You guys need to watch it. It's going to open up a whole new dimension for you. But there is a transformation that is happening here, Cancer. And you're almost embracing it. It's like you're shedding a skin that other people had made you wear. Does that make sense? And the rawness that is emerging is absolutely authentic to your own being. The King of Swords, logic and justice. We can be exceptionally emotional. We are known to think from our heart. We are known to prioritize feeling over logic. Okay? Regardless of your other placements. I'm an Aries rising, right? So if I keep that in mind, I'm all over the place. But if you have any kind of Cancer placement, you prioritize emotion. That is what this transformation is triggering. Emotions are not prioritized now, at least for a bit. This is a 2-week update. This is not the rest of your life. With the King of Swords, you are balancing the scales of justice within your own life and making sure that you are not being taken advantage of. Because you see the truth now. There's no place for sentimentality here. There's no place for nostalgia here. I'm not saying you're cutting any cords, right? You are just putting more love into you than into the outside world, than into anybody else. Because I feel like some of you have completely depleted yourselves. There has been no justice. There has been no balance. There has been no pour back into your cup. The Hanged Man, patience and perspective, pardon me. And the Seven of Cups. You're looking at life through a different lens now. I feel like the rose-colored glasses are off. There's almost, I don't want to say coldness because we can't really be cold no matter how hard we try. And I always bring up that Vampire Diaries concept. Why am I talking about TV shows today? It's ridiculous. But you know how in Vampire Diaries they have that emotional switch that they can turn off, right? Mad convenient, but completely unrealistic. But to an extent, that's the energy I'm getting. There's almost a switch that's been, it's being flicked off. We have the Moon at the bottom of the deck. I feel like you faced your biggest fears. Yep. 5 of Wands. Challenge and growth. You've been challenged. You have been tested. And how? And what does pressure do? Turns coal to a diamond. We have the Emperor at the bottom of the deck, focus and stability. Then we have awakening, judgment. And then we have the Hermit, that's a lot of major arcana, contemplation and wisdom. You are putting in work in yourself. You are building a new shell for yourself as a crustacean. The previous shell almost had markings from a previous lifetime that you don't resonate with anymore. And you are choosing peace. You are prioritizing peace above anything else right now. Cancer. Now, whoever it is that you are dealing with in love, could be a masculine, could be a feminine, either way. With the Emperor in Judgment, there is an awakening happening. Again, whether this is within you or it is within this person towards you, there is a realization of the missteps that were taken. With the Hermit card, I don't see too much action, but we did have the Eight of Pentacles, which is talking about work. Work that wants to be put in to iron out the creases in this situation. Right now, I see things being volatile, which is why I feel like you're not letting your emotions run the course. You are just staying very grounded, very focused, and fact-oriented, so that you don't lose yourself, because it's very easy for us to lose ourselves when things get this fiery. I see you being very grounded and very by the book, very factual, and unapologetically so. There is work being done though. Whatever challenges you are facing, your counterpart is facing them as well. So this is the path I feel like you both need to individually take before you can reach that level of equilibrium within yourselves, before a union can emerge through all of this. Beautiful, stunning energy, warrior woman. Have you answered your deepest calling? Again, I'm stressing there's no gender in tarot. We have masculine and feminine energies within us. This is more about, I told, who did I say this to? Aries, I think. To research Pallas Athena, the daughter of Zeus, who was incredibly intelligent, who prioritized logic over emotion, and how that got her really far in life. That is a bit of Greek mythology that I absolutely adore. So Google that. Try and embody that archetype, at least for the next 2 weeks. There is a deeper calling for you, Cancer, something that you need to discover for yourself. Oop, dropped a card. We have the Ten of Cups. Oh, goodness. And we have the Five of Cups. Was I saying this to you? No, I think I was saying it to Gemini. It was a half-hearted love. Half of the Ten of Cups is the Five of Cups, right? While there will be blessings, there will be well-being, as a Cancerian, we can be very pessimistic. There will always be this little nudge, this little touch of something isn't right. But I feel like this is just preemptive sadness. This is not something that the universe is orchestrating for you because you've been burnt in the past. This is just that energy of waiting for the other shoe to drop. I feel like you have that new shell that I was talking about. Why do crabs have a shell? Because the underbelly is so soft, they're very vulnerable, right? As a Cancer, we are very vulnerable. So we have that hard shell to protect ourselves. That sword is your shell. I feel like you're being very defensive. Not that that's a bad thing, but when we build those walls, Cancer, not only are we keeping bad energies out, which is great, we're also preventing good frequencies from reaching us. Stop waiting for the other shoe to drop. Practice gratitude, because what you are receiving now is the Ten of Cups, which is absolute emotional fulfillment. Don't be afraid that someone's going to take it away from you, because if you are, you're just going to manifest it, because you're sitting in that place of lack and loss. You know what I mean? Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles puts her oxygen mask on before helping other people. Okay, no gender in tarot, just take the energy with you. But there is comfort and prosperity. As Gemma from Gemstone Tarot says, this is the Queen of Velvet waiting. There's almost a sense of surrender here that needs to be adopted, Cancer. A sense of surrender. Ooh, ooh. Okay then, this is absolutely insane. Look at this. The High Priestess, the Magician and the Star. That is 3 of the most powerful major arcana in the tarot. This is a card of manifestation. It is a card of willpower and creation. The High Priestess is your energy along with Pisces. It talks about intuition and sacred knowledge. And then we have the Star, Aquarius energy, peace and healing. You are more powerful than you realize. Your words are spells, right? Spells, spelling. The universe is hearing all of it. So if you're going to keep telling yourself, oh, this is too good to be true, it will be too good to be true. You know what I mean? Which is why practice gratitude was your first card. To an extent, I felt it was about the crumbs that you were receiving. But there's a bigger picture that I missed. This is more about removing fear from your life. Not sitting in the fear that the past is going to repeat itself, because you've been through this pain so many times. You are powerful with the Magician. You can speak your reality into being better than you realize you can. Help yourself, pour into yourself, and let this 10 of Cups come in, because you have been manifesting it. Don't doubt your manifestation. Not for a second. Because that is when you will see that blip in the frequency. And that is when the universe shuts off. It's a very delicate balance, right? Manifestation is not easy. Otherwise, we'd all be millionaires. Whatever your wish is, hold on to it. The universe wants to bring it into you, but there will be a test. But once you pass that test, there's victory. I like it. Alright, let's get you some charms to close this off. We have the letter K and D. These could be your initials. They could be the initials of someone you're dealing with. Doesn't have to be. We have a broken heart. Yep. This is that test that I'm talking about. I feel like before all this comes in, you will be tested just one more time. My only advice is the 2 keywords that you need to keep in mind here, 3 actually, are faith, gratitude, and surrender. My dogs are awake. I need to go feed them. Remove fear from your dictionary, Cancer. We have Gemini. You could be on the cusp, or you may have Gemini heavily in your chart, or you could be dealing with someone who does. Then we have family. Hang on a minute. Sorry, I have to shut them up. It's breakfast time. We have family. We have been talking about nuclear families. I feel like your idea of the perfect family life is evolving. It's changing. And I'm also feeling that you are breaking some kind of generational curse, some kind of family trauma that may have plagued your life. You're cutting that cord and you're starting a legacy of your own. Then we have a palm tree. Go travel. An aircraft did fly overhead when I started your reading. Go travel if you need to. Go to the beach. Go connect with nature. Connect with your source energy. That's where a crab lives, right? And then we have a seashell, which mates for life. So there aren't another aircraft. Can't make this up. This seahorse, I feel like, is your definition of that happily ever after. The 6 of Cups is pretty much reminding me of the same thing. The partner you are attracting, the love that you're attracting, is a forever kind of love. It's a loyal love. It is that soulmate connection. But the only thing that can get in the way here is your own fear of the past repeating itself. Okay, we need to eliminate that fear and embrace gratitude. All right, Cancer. That was it. I hope this helped. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.